All right, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jesse Snapbacks.
The boy Matt the Mag, you already know.
And it's DFS. Stats and Facts.
Episode 2.
On a Saturday.
Let's get it.
Right before Sunday, before we get into these games.
You already know that.
I need y'all to subscribe, because we got like -8 followers right now.
And we need to at least get back to 0. It's
got-
only right.
We got to get up there. But without further ado, we're going to get right into it.
No games.
DraftKings is punching everybody in the mouth tomorrow with a $5 million fantasy football millionaire.
Sheesh, need that money.
$1 million the first. Need that bread. So we're gonna go high value, I think, anyway, right? High value, low salary. And I have, some people don't like him, but I got Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I'm some people.
Okay? Ryan Fitzmagic at 4.9.
Don't do it.
23.9 fantasy points last year. Average. That was his average. I don't know if you remember, but from week 1 to about week 3, he had over 400 yards passing.
I remember.
Only threw 4 picks. He beat the Eagles last year. I was really tight because I picked the Eagles to win that. He also had 11 touchdowns last year. I'm not saying use him every week, but I think week 1 he could have a little upside. Back and forth game maybe against the Ravens.
He's not going to have a good week 1. So do not lose your money because of Jesse, all right? Do
Just
not
try to
lose your
tell you.
money.
All right, who you got? Who you got over there then?
What you talking about?
Who
Come on,
you
why
got?
people calling me, man? For my quarterback, you already know who I'm taking, man. Lamar Jackson. Kind of funny because it's the opposite of his. He's a little higher in value. I got a little lower in value in other places. I feel like are good values, but I got Lamar Jackson playing Miami's defense, very depleted. One of the worst rosters in the NFL, honestly. No disrespect to them, but the roster is garbage. And
See it going back and forth.
so I don't see it going back and forth. Ravens defense was number 1 in the league last year, so
It was alright.
we was number 1 in the league last year. You know what I'm saying? Stats don't lie. We stats and facts.
Stats and facts. That's
And
a fact.
You feel me? So definitely, Lamar Jackson, I think he's gonna go off on the defense. Whether Magic does his thing or not, I know Lamar Jackson's gonna go off on the defense. Our offense is gonna move heavily on them. So I have definitely got him for my quarterback. And
I mean,
yeah.
I cannot argue with Lamar Jackson. He is on one of my fantasy teams, and honestly, on a start and sit situation, I'm thinking Russell or him. I might have to go with Lamar because it's his team now. Flacco over in Denver. Lamar could go off. But I also have another good pickup for DraftKings, I believe, will be Austin Eckler at 5.5. 583 yards last year, 6 touchdowns, 11.4 fantasy points per game. And, hey, Melvin Gordon not playing, right?
so you don't get that heavy load.
Come on,
I also
man.
got him as one of my backs too. It's a little higher on FanDuel. He's at 6,400, but he's still very low compared to...
Definitely worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth it. Very low compared to the top backs, and he's going to, still benefit from the same thing that Melvin Gordon would benefit from, having a stellar quarterback, stellar receivers on the outside, and a good tight end. So, the holes are going to be there for him, and he's just got to hit them.
All right. And also, I'm going to throw one more in there. I ain't trying to give y'all too much, because y'all writing down and chill, man. Use your own mind, have confidence in your lineups. But Hunter Henry, don't really got a lot of stats for him, but he putting up mad numbers this year. So I'm going to say pick him up because he is the tight end over there now. Antonio Gates is gone. Use your brain. Phillip Rivers loves tight ends.
He really do.
It's stats, and that's a fact.
My last one is actually not even a player. It's a defense. I'm really going to have to... I picked the Jacksonville Jaguars defense, even though they're going against Kansas City. The only team... This is another stat and a fact.
Let's go.
The only team that Patrick Mahomes did not throw a touchdown against last year was the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow.
So, their defense, their corners and safeties are top notch. So, I mean, that's a defense I feel like is very low valued, only valued at 3,900. And saying, it's the first game of the year, they're going to come on looking to prove stuff with Nick Foles at quarterback, believing they have a chance now because, they got Super Bowl winning quarterback. I'm going to put a little faith in the Jaguars and their defense.
Wow. Okay. That's
So,
big.
yeah, man.
I mean, we might as well jump into the fantasy defenses win chips too. Then,
Yeah, facts. They definitely do.
my defense of the week. Honestly, I was trying to get the Bears this year. Shout out to my boy Reese. He had a pick like right before me on the comeback, and he got the Bears defense. I had to settle
Smashed them
for
right
it.
under your hand. It was right there.
I had to settle for the LA Rams D, which is all right. And I also picked up the Chargers D, so I think I'll be fine. But I want to talk about the Browns defense. A lot of people are sleeping on the Browns defense, and I think this year, matter of fact, last year they had over 20-something sacks. I'm gonna get the actual fact later, but the Browns defense, I really like them, and I think they can definitely have some upside against who they playing tomorrow?
Titans.
The Titans.
So that's definitely a good matchup for them too.
Mariota, no.
Yo, stop.
Come on, man.
Why he just look at it like that? You know what's crazy? My defense, you know, I didn't, when I usually do this segment, I don't really want to pick defenses that are known, you know, for shutting down, you know, like Chicago and the Ravens. But I am going to pick the Titans defense, surprisingly. They were a really good defense last year.
Right.
You know, they held opponents to under 19 points per game, which is saying a lot in the league where, you know, a couple teams like the Rams are averaging almost 30 points a game. So, you know, their defense definitely, you know, played very well last year. And, you know, I think they're revamped and they added a couple pieces on defense, Logan Ryan, other players like that. So, I like them a lot.
Shout out Logan Ryan. That's my cousin's cousin. You dig?
That's a fact.
that's a fact for real.
Fact. You feel me?
But, yo, let's go into elite sleeps, man.
Okay.
Who they sleeping on?
And I struggled a lot with this sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because it was tough.
It's week one.
It's week one.
Tough.
So who could they be sleeping on? They sleeping on a lot of people. My sleeper pick for this one is a tight end, Gerald Everett from the Rams.
Yeah. All right. I like him.
With Jordan Reed being out, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking for a tight end and a high-scoring offense, you found them. You know what I'm saying? You can't. And a lot of people haven't drafted him. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a deeper league with 14 teams. So, you know, I'm in a lot of leagues with that's 14 and 16. So he's still on the board. So it's like, look, I know if you got a 12-man league, I know he there. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's gonna come up. It's only his second year, so you know, I'm sure he's growing and growing as the offense is going.
Yeah, the big touchdown against the Chiefs too last year, and that crazy behind Monday night game.
It was
it
like 54-51,
I was at
right?
work watching that joint. Yeah, that was crazy.
Game,
I was willing to lose my job. But we gonna get. I'm gonna have to say, speaking of the Rams and all that, I'm going with my boy Cooper Kupp. Now, people is really wilding this year because they acting like Cooper Kupp ain't like that no more. And mentioning names like Brandon Cooks and Robert Woods. I feel like those names really wouldn't even be popping like that this year if it wasn't for the injury of Cooper Kupp last year. And I feel like he's going to turn up again. Last year, just real quick, he had 566 yards receiving, 70.8 yards a game. That's an average. 6 touchdowns. And for fantasy's sake, 17.3 per game. So my boy was going in. I got him this year. That's 2 years in a row, him being on my fantasy team. It was sad seeing him go last year. But Cooper Kupp, man, don't act like I wasn't trying to draft him last year, man.
Yeah.
So let's get right. Who else you got?
Sleeps. I'm still staying with the tight end theme.
Okay.
Actually, Vernon Davis.
Wow.
I think he's going to have a good game against the Eagles. I mean, I don't think the Redskins as an overall.
He wildin' now.
I don't think the Redskins as an overall are going to have a good game.
No, they're
you
not.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just like in the game on Thursday night, you know, everybody doesn't have a good game. But, you know, 1 or 2 people did. You know, Tariq Cohen had a good game. And, you know, the bull with the last name Scantling or something like that.
Yeah. He had a pretty decent game. Dropped like 9.2.
What's his name is Marquez Valdez Scantling.
Yeah, I just call him MVS.
MVS, so we have to shorten it up. He had a good game, and so, you know, I think that's going to be Vernon Davis this week. I think he's going to be, if you're going to get any value from a tight end, especially there's a couple of tight ends that were hurt. Trey Burton got hurt. Jordan Reed's not playing. Couple on the injury report, so, you know, we waiting for game time decisions on them. He's starting, and Case Keenum loves to throw the tight ends. Kyle Rudolph benefited from that great when he was on the Vikings that year. So I would definitely look for him if if your Titans hurt, put him right up in there until your Titan comes back.
For real. All right. Well, since we in the tight end bag, I'm gonna go with my boy Evan Ingram. Easy. I think that's an easy sleeper. For the main thing is Odell's gone, right? And then they pick up Golden Tate. He gets suspended. So I feel like the ball is still going to be going to either him or Saquon, who can also do the whole run and catch thing. So, real quick with the stats, though. 11.5 fantasy last year, 577 yards receiving last year. Don't know how many touchdowns. I don't think it was that much, to be honest with you. But yeah.
His quarterback was Eli Manning, so we're not gonna get too mad.
You know who his quarterback is, but he definitely gonna turn up this year. I honestly think that's a fact. So we're gonna see tomorrow. But since we on the Giants real quick, I don't think Eli should be starting. Might as well start the other ball.
Yeah, facts.
I don't know what they doing there.
Are we getting right into the QB questions on that one?
Nah, they ain't ready for the QB questions yet. Let's go to let's tell them about the bums to stay away from.
That's a fact. There's some bums out there you really need to stay away from. I mean, I'm sorry to pick on the Dolphins, but you got to stay away from Kenyon Drake. Yeah. That's a definite. Stay away from him. Week 1, that's for sure. Playing the Ravens defense, only gave up less than 70 rushing yards per game last year. You definitely don't want that man starting in your backfield this week. Now, I understand if you drafted him, he'll be an asset later on. It's a long season. This week, don't do it.
He like week 10, 11.
All the way down the line.
Down the line, for real.
Down the line. You know what I'm saying? What about you? Who you got bums to stay away from?
I had him on my team last year, too. But my man, and this one's really sad to say, Leonard Fournette.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, bro. I had you on my team about 2 years in a row. I'm done with you. So you're a bum to stay away from. Week 1, he had 9 attempts, 41 yards. How many points is that in fantasy? Not a lot. He missed week 2 and 3. Week 4, he had 11 attempts for 30 yards. And then the nightmare continued all the way until I think he didn't play again until week 10. I'm staying away from that man.
Yeah, injury prone. That's a fact.
Exactly. You don't know if he's going to stay healthy or not. So
that's a mean fact. We've been in the league for 2 years, 3 years. And
get him out of here.
I think he already missed maybe 13
Happy
games.
Picking up T.J. Yeldon and all this. I was like, bro.
Chill. Don't do this to my man T.J. Yeldon.
I don't got nothing against T.J. Yeldon.
Nah, just make sure.
It's Fournette's fault. It was crazy. But anyway, who else you got?
I think his name. I'm tripping. Tevin Coleman. I was about to say.
Oh yeah.
Tevin Coleman. He was a bum on Atlanta. He's a bum on San Francisco. Period. I'm not talking about week 1. Stay away from him. Period. Week 1, week 16. Don't need him. You feel me? Oh. Get Matt Breida. Better value. He will eventually be in the workhorse.
And he is starting.
Yes. So he will be more the workhorse, and it's going to show. Tevin Coleman he's a shifty back, and I mean he didn't really fill that role. I guess he could be the role of the Tariq Cohen out the backfield swing passes, but he didn't really do that well in Atlanta, and they're a pass first team. It would seem he would be good with that. He didn't. Yeah. He didn't excel, so I'm not ever impressed by him.
That.
Yeah.
And quarterback wise, I'm probably gonna be saying this guy every week. To be honest, everyone knows I don't like him. Andy Dalton. Bro, you gotta show me something this year.
Andy Dalton.
Every time I had to pick up this guy, off a waiver wire or anything like that, he did me dirty, so bad. So I just stay away from him. Don't do it to yourself. Just stay away from him. Do I even have stats for him? Oh yeah.
You have stats for him?
Oh, okay, yeah, I do. He had 17 and a half, right, fantasy points. That's not bad. But for me, my quarterback needs to be 20 points and above every week, or damn near close to it. 17 and a half is not good enough for me. I'm in some crazy leagues. Shout out to TP, my boy TP. I'm in a money league this year, so I'm really trying to go in. I don't got time for 17-5. He did have 21 touchdowns, but then he had 11 picks. Don't like all those picks either.
For real.
So
and 17-5, it's just a number sometimes, because with quarterbacks like Andy Dalton, he'll have he might have a 24-point game, but then he'll give you a 10-point game. You know what I'm saying? So
and it was too many little games.
That's 17, but you needed more than 10. That one of those games you needed him to give you more than 10. So you definitely those
don't
games
do it.
Don't do it. Yeah,
don't do it. There's so many other quarterbacks, man. For real.
Don't do it.
I think that's it for bums to stay away from.
Yeah, I'm. That's it for this week. You know what I'm saying?
For
stay away from Tevin Coleman. That's
we got.
I'm gonna end it like that. Stay away from.
We got some stars though. We got some stars in charge. You got any stars in charge?
Oh yeah, my stars in charge is my man, one of my favorite receivers. I've watched him since college, DeAndre Hopkins. Tough matchup against the Saints. They have some good corners, but he's cooking them. It's not even a question for me. He's in charge. The best receiver in the game right now, in my opinion. I mean, obviously you can always shuffle the receivers around at the top because they all perform and they all perform well. But last year was his year. He was the best. And I think there's going to be a shootout down in New Orleans on Monday night.
Definitely.
And
over.
It's going to be make sure you do over on that one.
Go over.
And I think he's going to be a big part of that. I don't really see, he's in a division with Jalen Ramsey, and he did numbers on him, so he's the best corner in the game. So I don't really see anybody stopping him. Honestly,
that's a fact. You got my star in charge got to be Juju, now highest paid. Oh, hello, Lamb. Now highest paid highest paid wideout. Also, last year he had 111 receptions, over 1,400 yards receiving, 89 yards per game, 7 touchdowns, and 20 points. Fantasy.
That was with Antonio Brown.
Come on. You need that. Like, that's what you need right there. Do I pick him for week 1? I don't know yet, because you still got Calvin Ridley, and sometimes Matt Ryan loves Mohamed Sanu over everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm going with Julio first week, but something to think about.
Right.
Star in charge. He's definitely a star in charge, though.
Yeah. My other star in charge is Michael Thomas. It's kind of crazy. I'm picking another top flight receiver. He's going to kill the Texans defense, like we said, bet the over. You know what I'm saying? So, and they just lost Clowney. They just traded Clowney away. So
Seahawks.
That's going to be less pressure on a top flight quarterback to throw to a top flight receiver. We know what that equals. That's a recipe for success. So, definitely, I mean, I don't know if you how you do your value on for DraftKings or FanDuel, but I'm very high on picking receivers, trying to find value in lesser quarterbacks.
Some 20 to 30s.
You know what I'm saying? But I need those receivers because they put them numbers up. You know what I'm saying? Especially PPR-wise and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, if he giving you 10 catches, 100 yards, that's 20 points, 2 touchdowns, that's 32.
Easy.
Easy.
Come on, man. Who else we got? I'm going to have to go with your boy Lamar Jackson as a star in charge. As stated earlier, it's his team now. This is his team. I liked him in college. He did his thing there. I think he's going to do similar things here in the NFL. He's already started. Real quick, he had 100. I'm sorry, he ain't have 100 nothing. He had 1,395 yards last year, 8 TDs, 4 picks. You know who was in front of him though. He had 11 points fantasy, but that is all going to change this year. Lamar Jackson is only going to get better. So remember, I said it.
Yeah, that was.
Remember, I said it.
And those numbers is passing numbers. Don't forget, he's a dual threat quarterback.
Exactly.
He rushed for.
I didn't even give you the rushing
yards.
stats.
So he rushed for a lot of rushing yards, and he only played the last 8 games of the season, I believe, 7 games of the season. We're 6-1.
See this connection.
So he got a full off season under his belt with his team.
It's his team.
And want to have a full season of stats. He's definitely a star. That's in charge. That's a definite.
You got another one? Because I definitely got another one.
No, I only had 2 for this week. That's all I'm giving y'all this week.
I went 3 this week.
I can't give y'all the blueprint, man. I ain't Jay-Z. I can't give y'all the blueprint.
I'm going 3 this week only because he literally got a star on his helmet, and that's the bull Zeke. And it's hard saying it from an Eagles fan, but I got to keep it a bean. Zeke, he did his thing overseas again. Ain't say nothing. Came back, got paid. Highest paid running back. And he gonna ball out again. 350 attempts. That's crazy right there. I shouldn't have to say anything else. Like, he's a star in charge. But 16 16-18 with the yards, 952, or I'm sorry, 95.2 yards per game. Like, that was the average. 11 touchdowns, 23 of the fantasy. Star in charge, bro. That's easy. Zeke. If you didn't get him in your fantasy league, you definitely need to pick him up in DraftKings, FanDuel. They're playing the Giants. He's gonna score. Saquon's gonna score. Like, but I don't know, man. Pick your poison, right? So who else we got? That's it for the stars in charge.
That's a big fact.
Let's go over to our badass kickers, man.
Oh, we're going to badass kickers.
We're going to badass kickers real quick.
Oh, man. I'm going to give you on one. My badass kicker is Robbie Gould. Very consistent kicker. 33 for 34 last year. Kicking field goals. 27 made extra points. I expect that number to go up now that Jimmy G is healthy. I mean, as long as he stays healthy. And I expect that number to go up. Marquise Goodwin, a couple other people being a year older, a year more mature and ready to get it done. So I'm really big on Robbie Gould. He's already a solid kicker regardless, but I think he'll have many more chances to kick field goals this year with Jimmy G being healthy.
I'm going to go, again, man, I'm all in my conference right now, but I'm going to go Roses or Rosehouse or whatever boy's name is for the Giants field goal kicker. 33 field goals attempted. 32 made. 97%. That's a badass kicker.
That's a badass kicker.
Grab him if you don't got him already.
That's fact.
Matt got him. I put him on.
He did. That's a fact.
I had to add that in there. No. We're going to shout out a couple injuries real quick just so you can remember to stay away from them. Even though it does show you still very important. Everybody should know about AJ Green by now. That was one of the earlier injuries. So look out for Tyler Boyd. Amari Cooper said he dealt with this injury before, so he'll be fine. He's suiting up. Sterling Shepard and Edelman had broken thumbs, but they're both playing. Hey. And Deshaun Jackson, yeah, he playing too. Anyway, sorry, very excited.
Too hype for that game. It is week 1 though, so I'm not gonna be too mad. It's week 1, and we are very excited about the NFL season being back.
And we need something better than that Thursday night game.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And we need to talk about our right and wrongs with that too.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do that. For real.
I told y'all was.
But we'll get into that a little later.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it right now.
Oh.
I told y'all was sleeping on Jimmy Graham, and he was the only person with a touchdown the whole game. And he was playing back home, so, that was big for him anyway. But still.
Yeah.
Told you.
He definitely told y'all. I definitely told y'all that Davante Adams was going to get locked down.
They had 3 men on this guy.
I just knew it. I could see it. You know what I'm saying? Love football, and I just know how teams operate. You can't let your best player kill you. And, even though his presence was felt, because on the play they actually got down for Jimmy Graham to score, he did this end around, and it took every eye on the defense and left Marquise MVS. MVS wide open, and, he had good on them.
Called him Marquise. Marquise.
But, his presence was felt, but, presents don't matter to you fantasy owners out there. So, like I said, I got locked up. You feel me?
Wait, what else we said?
I was wrong about Trey Burton.
Oh, yeah. I told him he was going to play. Oh, he's suiting up. No, he's not.
I thought he was suiting up, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was going hard. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought.
Came in.
He gonna text me like 30 minutes for the game, like, yo, Trey Burton ain't playing. Man, I don't want to hear that, boy. I got more that FanDuel everything, bro. I was ready from the ball, boy.
The lineup's locked.
For real, locked all the way in.
It was too late.
It was.
I don't know if I mentioned it on the actual last episode, but I said that the Bears are going to get 5 sacks or more. And I was really crazy in saying that Khalil, because I was just hyped. I was like, yo, Khalil Mack going to get 5 sacks. And they was like, by himself? And I was like, nah, the defense, though. And that really happened.
Yeah.
So, but shout out, I was definitely wrong about the Green Bay Packers defense.
Big facts.
I thought they were going to be really garbage. And they played extremely well, almost better than the Bears defense
Yeah.
on Thursday night.
Yeah,
So
he did.
I gotta give them their props.
I did too.
But I was also right about Aaron Rodgers. I said he wasn't even gonna have 300 yards passing. He had 203. So
we were right about that.
I told you.
We were wrong about Mitch. I was really
Dead wrong, like a
dead
Biggie
wrong.
song.
I thought
about
he
Mitch.
was going to come out and be
real.
better than that.
It
Like
was bad.
the showing that I saw was utterly pathetic.
That's rough.
I don't understand.
It
how
was
that
bad though.
It was a bad.
You're the leader of the team now,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
You can't come out week 1 and play like that. It was
Nah, you
really
can't.
suspect.
You can't.
And now they're saying, oh, the only problem Chicago has is him now. That's tough. Like, it's your second year. You know, you lost to a guy like AR, but he ain't really have his best game. So
Yeah, so I'm not trying to hear it.
crazy. No excuses, Mitch.
None of us was.
But what else is going on real quick before we wrap up?
We got to do our pick'ems for the week.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But before we even do that, man, how do you feel about Antonio Brown now?
I think I don't remember if I said it last show, but we definitely talked about him doing this on purpose to be released.
Yeah.
And then he gets the release.
Patriots.
Sometimes and he went to the Patriots of all teams. Like I'm a very confident man, especially in my Ravens. Facts, the only team to beat New England in the Tom Brady era in New England twice. Should have beat him 3 times. Missed field goal was a loss the year before we went to Super Bowl, but
That was a mouthful.
I was very upset about that. I remember all them games like it was yesterday because I was watching. My heart broke. But we always have good games against them in Foxborough, and I'm like this year I'm like we can go to Foxborough, we can win. But Antonio Brown, man, he's a problem alongside Julian Edelman,
And
Josh Gordon, James
Sony
White,
Michel.
Sonny Michel. They have
Come on,
they're
man.
stacked. They're primed to go right. They were already favorites to go back to the Super Bowl, and then you add a high caliber receiver to the mix. It's tough to go against them to get to the Super Bowl. So I'm really surprised that the Raiders really tried to take his money away, voiding his guaranteed money, which was very big on why he didn't want to be back with the Steelers because they wouldn't give him the guaranteed money.
Yeah.
So you should have already knew that he was going to be like, I'm not playing with that. So I kind of feel like they fed into him, like, all right, we just gonna make it seem like he wanted to cut ties, but he did. Y'all did. You know what I'm saying? Y'all made a big skeptical out of it instead of just doing it discreetly. Like, all right, look, we going.
All right. Well, before we get into the pick'ems, one more little category we like to call quarterback questions, and we want to know. Leave it in your comments. Leave it in the comments if you can. Who's gonna be the rookie of the week? Because we're gonna give y'all our rookie of the week along with these quarterback questions. Quarterback question.
I have my QB question is how long it's for 2 quarterbacks. Actually 3. Kind of crazy. My QB question.
That's good.
And I guess it's like a team QB question. How long is Case Keenum, Eli Manning, and Fitzpatrick going to be able to hold on to their jobs with those rookie and 1-year quarterbacks chomping right on their heels to get in? You know what I'm saying? That's definitely my QB question. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, somebody like Eli Manning, a very storied quarterback, 2-time Super Bowl champion, but his time is really up, and
he got real lucky.
you know what I'm saying? So
dumb lucky.
And then same thing with Case Keenum and Ryan Fitzpatrick. We know they're just journeymen and kind of like just tape over a wound. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But they're not the
little help out.
Like they're a little help out. Yeah.
Sorry,
no, don't
like
disrespect my man Brissett.
He did his thing. He played 3-4 games in New England.
He's about to do his thing this year too. Don't let him do that. All right, my man Brissett be going in.
He gotta go in now.
You know what I'm saying? So his team, you got the keys. You feel me?
Oh my God!
It was no. It's not like now. Listen, Andrew Luck retired, but it's not like all off season he hasn't been running with the ones. This is his team.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck hasn't been. There's no excuse where he wasn't really. No, Andrew Luck hasn't played all off season. Never played this year at all. He was a quarterback, but he's never played. He hasn't even been on the practice field, even hurt. So it's Brissett's team. He ran with the first. It's his team, and I mean, the season that Andrew Luck was going, I felt like he had a good season. But that's my QB question for those QBs.
Week 1 QB question. I got Kyler Murray in Arizona. How is he gonna do? Is he gonna do his thing from like how he did in college? Is he really gonna lead his team? Because that's his team now too. Same thing, sort of a shadow question to Joe Flacco. Now you're on the Broncos. John Elway trusts you. You mess up in John Elway's eyes, you already know what's going to happen. What's he going to do? But my number 1 quarterback question is, being an Eagles fan, God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is Nick Foles, how is he going to do? How is he going to be set up down in Jacksonville? And who is he going to have? Now they're saying Marquise Lee is playing. You got D.D. Westbrook down there. You got Chris Conley down there. I don't really know their tight end like that.
Is
But
it still
yeah,
Julian Thomas?
it might be. I think it is. We're going to get that stat.
Yeah,
We're going to get that back.
We'll get that for you.
But, yeah, that's the quarterback questions for the week. Rookie of the week. I'm staying home. I'm going with my man, Sanders. Eagles. Running back. The running back, y'all. I'm going with him. I think he's going to be... Watch. You're going to see tomorrow. Remember I said it. I got to get that on the shirt.
Remember I said it.
Remember I said it.
My rookie of the week, I'm staying with my team too, was you already know, Marquise Brown, Hollywood, as they call him. You feel me? Speedster, super fast. Don't pay him no attention. He gonna get busy. Super fast. I think him and Lamar might connect up a couple times with some deep balls. Pause. And so that's my rookie of the week. You know what I'm saying?
You get 1 pause per episode. Going forward. that was an appropriate one though. But here we go. All right, picks of the week. They got we're gonna just start from the top. Falcons and Vikings. They got Falcons +4, Vikings -4. Who you got?
I got the Vikings. Not really big on the Falcons. They're always a sub 500 team to me. You know what I'm saying? They might get lucky on some wins, might not. But I'm going to Vikings. Not just because the deficiencies to the Falcons for me, more how great the Vikings team is overall. 2-star set of receivers, great running back Dalvin Cook, one of my favorite running backs in the league.
Florida State.
And good old line, good pass rush. I just think they're going to pull the W out this week.
Definitely. And shout out Adam Thielen. I got him on my fantasy team this year. One of the fantasy teams. I also probably going to go with the Vikings. Atlanta could upset, but I'm definitely going with the Vikings, though. I got to do it for Adam Thielen. Stephon Diggs is questionable, so I think Thielen's going to get even more love. So that's Vikings all the way. Ravens-Dolphins, -6.5 for the Ravens, +6.5 for the Dolphins. Who you got?
You know who I got, man. Them Ravens. Ravens.
All right, so you heard it first. Matt said Dolphins.
Yeah,
I'm going
right.
I'm going with the Ravens.
Hey,
we both got the Ravens on that one.
If you betting, you bet the spread, definitely, man. Matter of fact, say they going by like 30 because Dolphins is garbage. That's all I'm saying. But no, I definitely think we're gonna win by more than 7.
Dolphins got to prove something, man.
Yeah, but I definitely would. If you're betting with the spread, I definitely would take the spread on that 7 points, 6.5, but
6.5. All right, a little rivalry game: Bills versus Jets. Bills at a +2.5. Jets at a -2.5.
I got the Jets.
Okay.
Their linebacking core is star-studded with the addition of C.J. Mosley from the Ravens, formerly. Great linebackers. Le'Veon Bell, another great addition. Sam Darnold, another year under his belt to mature. Robbie Anderson. I think it's going to be a good year for them. Not like they're going to be a playoff team, but I think they're going to have a good year. They're going to play good games, play close games, and putting it in the right direction. So I got them over the Bills. I don't like the Bills' offense at all. So.
Yo, the Bills should have kept Christian Wade, the rugby player. Should have kept him, man. I would have kept him. I would have used him. They got rid of him. Shady's gone now. I mean, you still got what, Singletary?
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, man. Le'Veon over Singletary, Sam Darnold. You even got Quincy Enunwa. Big fan of Robbie Anderson. And who's the other wideout? There's another wideout over there. Dang.
I can't remember his name.
I cannot remember his name. That's terrible. But Quincy Enunwa alone, people are sleeping on him too. He might be up there. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're gonna go Jets on that too. All right, we can't be picking the same Jones.
This is our picks for the week. What do you want us to do? We want us to pick losing teams because
upsets happen, man. That's another thing.
They do. We just gotta read down the line. Now, this might be different. We just go to the top.
Yo, don't yell at me. Like, I got this. Chiefs, Jags. Chiefs at a -3.5. Jags at a +3.5. What you got?
I had a toss up on this one, but I'm gonna
Mr. Jags defense. What you got?
I got the Chiefs.
You see that?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm really gonna tell you why. He believes in Nick Foles. I don't.
Oh shit!
At all. Never did. He and it's not. He's excelled with the Eagles before. This is not the Super Bowl run is no different than the year that he threw 29 touchdowns to 2 picks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He excels with the Eagles. He goes elsewhere and he's garbage. Case point, it's gonna happen again.
Like I said,
that's my point.
Like I said in my quarterback question, Nick Foles never played a full season, so we really get to see what's he really gonna do. So none of us know until tomorrow. So it starts tomorrow.
I know.
But I'm gonna go Chiefs. I can't even go Jags, and you know why? Because my bum to stay away from is Leonard Fournette. Not doing it. Rams versus Panthers. Rams at a -2. Panthers +2.
I'm actually surprised that the spread in this game is close as it is. So I got to give respect to the Panthers on that one, especially that.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going with the Panthers. I'm going with the Rams. So I'm giving respect to the Panthers.
Let me clarify.
I'm going Rams, a very deep team. Like he was explaining about Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Brandon Cooks, Gerald Everett.
Mm-hmm.
Defense, very great. Aaron Donald. So I'm going with the Rams. I'm just going with the Rams on that one.
I'm just going to take the Rams. Yeah, I'm going with the Rams, too. You got Todd Gurley. Not a big fan of Jared Goff, though. I'm still mad at the Rams, to be honest, at that poor Super Bowl we had to watch last year. I'm still on that. I don't know how you don't even get a touchdown off. Patriots defense was not that good.
Big fact.
Actually, it was one of the weaker Patriots defense.
Yeah.
So I still don't understand that. But you got Todd Gurley. You got all the receivers that we talked about earlier. And their backup, too, Henderson, just in case Gurley is, like, secretly injured or something.
Yeah, you know how they get that.
I'd say Rams, too. Titans, Browns. Browns at a -5.5. Obviously, Titans at a +5.5.
This is my upset, man. I'm going Titans, man.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm writing that down.
You feel me? I like the Browns on paper. You know what I'm saying? To me, you got to prove it just because you talk about it and you get these players. And you know what I'm saying? We've seen it in the past where the team that gets the players in the offseason, whether it been the Eagles the one year when, we the dream team, we got all these players. You got to go on the field and prove it. I'm not saying that they aren't going to prove it, but to me, you got to prove it, especially, the Browns, they're a horrible franchise as of, up until this point. No, obviously it can change, but they're garbage franchise up until this point. So just because you add some players don't mean you're not a garbage franchise until you prove you're not a garbage franchise.
That's true.
So I'm going with the Titans.
I'm going to have to go the opposite, though. I'm going to go with the Browns. Shaky Bakey been doing this thing a little bit, growing out the mustache, so that means he's been working. It's just like rappers when they grow their hair out. His name is Nick Chubb, too. I'm sorry. Bull is more than likely going to go off against a Titans defense is all right, but I don't think in week 1. Not tomorrow. Something's just like, no.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go with the Browns. And I want to see what Odell does. Honestly, you got your old teammate back from college, Landry, who really didn't get a lot of love last year. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Baker Mayfield does with that. And then Njoku, tight end. All right, Redskins, Eagles. Eagles at a -10. Holler at your bird. Who you got?
I got the Eagles.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
He lucky he playing the Redskins right now. But the spread is right. That's a division game, so anything is possible. But the Eagles are going to win. I got the Eagles to win. I'm not saying to ever pick somebody to 10-point spread in the NFL, but why not?
Yeah, you already know. You see what shirt I got on. But I'm gonna be honest. If we have tough matchups and stuff, I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm gonna keep it 100. If I don't think we're gonna win, we're not gonna win. But tomorrow we're definitely gonna win. The Redskins are garbage. I'm sorry, man. Adrian Peterson's probably maybe have like 20 yards. I'm calling that early. That Geist boy though, I'm looking out for him. Juice Geist, whatever boy his name is, the running back. I don't know. And then the quarterback too. Boy got picked up. Haskins.
Oh yeah. That's why I was saying in case Keenum starts right now, but that's my QB question.
Oh, Keenum starting over Haskins?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's we already want to know in my head. We're gonna get to, let's just go to the Bengals and Seahawks. Seahawks at a -9.5. As they should be. Seahawks are gonna win that game.
Yeah, we're never gonna get into it. The Bengals are ass. Andy Dalton was on. But
Stay away from him.
That's all we got.
I hope you stay away from him. Even if his price look good, stay away from him. All right. Chargers Colts. Chargers at -6.5.
I'm going Chargers. I don't know how fast my man Brissett's gonna be ready to take over and be the top flight team. Like the Chargers, they were 12-4 last year. They're not a team that is just gonna let a quarterback that not throwing in the fire, but is growing still. Beat them. It would be tough for Andrew Luck to beat him if Andrew Luck was there. So I'm not gonna. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Andrew Luck fan. So I'm going.
Shout out Andrew Luck.
Just shout out Andrew Luck.
Nice little retirement.
And but I'm going with the Chargers.
All right. I'm also going with the Chargers. His name is Eckler. Phillip Rivers is going to go off. And I talked about Hunter earlier, so I got to go with the Chargers, man. Mm-hmm. And I got Chargers defense on my fantasy team starting. So
you need them to lock up. So.
I really hope they do their thing tomorrow. Lions versus Cardinals. Cardinals at a +2.5. Should they be at a +2.5 against the Lions? What do you think?
This is a tough, gritty one for me to call.
You see, I ain't even pick nobody.
I'm actually going to go Lions.
Okay.
I guess veteranship from a veteran quarterback against a rookie quarterback. Kyler Murray is not really big in stature. You know what I'm saying? He did okay in the preseason, but he had a lot of lapses. I don't think the Lions are that great, but sometimes it's just tough for rookie quarterbacks that first game. Sometimes you get it, and sometimes you don't. I think it's going to be one of them times where he doesn't. I just think he'll be one of them guys that don't get it his first game.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. Just to mix it up a little bit. But I like the Cardinals, too. You still got Larry Fitz. I need Christian Kirk to go off. He's on one of my fantasy teams. I like Kyler Murray. Just like Matt, though, I don't know what he's going to do tomorrow, to be honest. But I hate the Lions. And Matthew Stafford is a future bum to stay away from for me. I'm letting you know now. But I think it's also going to be a very close game. Because both teams are still like development, trying to get things together, trying to come back and get where they need to be. So that's going to be a close game. NFC East matchup against the Giants and Cowboys. Cowboys at a -7. I hate this one, to be honest.
It hurts when you got to pick in your division, especially 2 division games. I'm going with the Cowboys, no question.
Yeah.
Whether Zeke plays or not, they're just a better team.
Zeke is definitely playing.
If they lose, then what's name's just a bum.
Yeah, Dak.
Dak.
Yeah,
So
Dak is a bum.
That's all I gotta say about that one.
Yeah, I went with the Cowboys and moving on. 49ers versus the Bucks. 49ers at a +1. Very close game.
This is a very close game, and I sat on it. But I think I'm gonna go to Bucks. And it's crazy because I on my paper yesterday I wrote down the 49ers, but sitting on it I was looking at a couple of the matchups that were closer, and I like Peyton Barber.
Same.
I do. I don't know. When I watched Jimmy G in preseason, he didn't sell me that he was 100% on his leg yet. So, maybe he'll get to that point, a couple weeks down the line. But for today, I'm going with the Bucks.
All right, yeah. Jimmy G, Breida, both coming back from injuries. You got Kittle over there, but I'm going with the Bucks as well. I think Winston is finally going to relax and not throw as many interceptions. You got Godwin, you got Mike Evans, you got O.J. Howard on my fantasy team. Peyton Barber's on like 2 of my fantasy teams. So I'm definitely going to go with the Bucks there. You got Steelers versus the new Patriots. Steelers at a +5.5. Who you got?
I got the Pats. I'm really concerned about this Antonio Brown going there now, because they might just kick back, relax. Man, this game don't even matter. I can't wait until Antonio Brown get here. But I'm still going with the Pats. That's who I picked originally, and I'm not wavering from that. So I'm going with the Pats.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the.
And the Pats kind of own the Steelers too. So.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's an actual fact. Remember that.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Steelers though. I like Juju. I think Big Ben is gonna be on a whole nother level now because he doesn't have to deal with AB. I like James Conner in the backfield. I'm not too sold on their defense, but the Steelers' defense?
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not too sold on that. But you do have weapons. Oh, my boy Dante Moncrief, too. I actually might start him.
I'm not a fan of Dante Moncrief.
I think they were saying.
No, I ain't got nothing to do with his playing shit. He's a good player, but one time I'm mad and he did me so nasty. I just
right. We are not talking about Madden.
Just saying, man.
Texans, Saints.
People don't forget.
People don't forget. Texans versus Saints. Saints at a -6.5. Who you got?
I got the Texans. I'm going with the Texans, man. My boy Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins stars in charge. I told you about him. Yeah, I like the Texans. I like their offense. I think it's gonna be a shootout, and I just think they're gonna come out on top. That's how I feel. This is my story. So yeah.
This is a very, very tough one. Because one team got Deshaun, D-Hop, and Will Fuller on the bench, and another team in my money league I got Alvin Kamara. And I also got Michael Thomas floating around somewhere. But is this a Monday night game?
I believe so.
I think it's the Monday night game.
Yeah, I think it's a Monday night doubleheader.
Crazy things happen. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints on that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's Is that even considered an upset? I don't think that's considered an upset. But
I think the Saints are actually the favorite team to win.
Yeah.
But it's not an upset. It's two good teams. I'm surprised that the margin's probably that far because they know it's going to be a shootout, and somebody's going to end up probably winning by a touchdown.
I don't think Drew Brees is going to let that happen week 1.
I'm not. I wouldn't say either, but it's
going to be a great game. Make sure you call out the next day because y'all not going to work. Last but not least, you got Broncos.
Last but least.
Yeah. Chill. Broncos versus Raiders. They got the Broncos at a -1. Possible close game here. I'm sorry. I'll go first on this one. I do not see the Raiders doing anything in this game because it's just so much other stuff that has went on in these last weeks. Your whole offseason was pretty much taken away by one man who's not even on your team no more. So that can mess up a locker room. That can mess up people's mental. I'm going with the Broncos, Phillip Lindsay. And honestly, that's about it. That's the only person I like on the Broncos. Oh, yeah. Emmanuel Sanders and your old bull.
And Joe
Flacco.
I'm going with the Bronx. Joe Flacco brought my team a Super Bowl, so you always have my respect. Period. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a very big stats bull. You know, I mean, not saying I don't know stats, but football is still played on the field. I need you to win Super Bowls. I don't need you to get 5,000 yards every year. I need you to win. So, Joe Flacco knows how to win. He has way more wins than losses. I don't know the numbers, but I'll get the stats for you next week after he wins today. I mean, on Monday. I'll bring another, he'll add another W to it, and then I'll tell y'all that on Wednesday.
That's a doubleheader on Monday.
Yeah, doubleheader. So, definitely leave work early. Get home. Get settled in.
Get your snacks.
And then tell them you coming in late the next day, because the late game is like 10:30. I mean, I don't know if you're on the West Coast, you good. But if you're on the East Coast, you know, that's like 10:30. That's not getting done until 1. So, you're going to be tired. Tell your boss, like, look, you know what's going down. It's week 1. Monday Night Football. Stop.
It's football. We here.
With me.
Well, that's a wrap for DFS Stats and Facts for this week. Again, man, you can hit us up on here. For now, we will be on Facebook. We will be on Instagram.
Come real soon. Links will be in the bio on here.
Definitely. We're getting all that together. We just wanted to definitely get started before this happens. So.
Yeah, for the NFL season started. So we definitely want to do that episode 2. And I hope you guys enjoyed it.
We'll be shooting on Wednesdays and Saturdays. For right now, but once we get on Facebook, we'll be going live probably on Mondays, a couple hours before your game.
Facts.
You know, stuff like that. Get your last minute questions in, starting sits, stuff like that, man. We got y'all.
Yeah,
told y'all that before.
Yeah.
It's your boy Jesse Snapbacks.
Your boy Matt the Mag.
And we out.
Holla at him.